Today, Precarious plays
The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask.
In the land of Hyrule, there echoes a legend held dearly by the royal family that tells of a boy. A boy who, after battling evil and saving Hyrule, crept away from the land that made him a legend. Done with the battles he once waged across time, he embarked on a journey, a secret and personal journey. A journey in search of a beloved and invaluable friend. A friend with whom he parted ways when he finally fulfilled his heroic destiny and took his place among legends. So, straight away, Majora's Mask defies expectations.
Yeah.
Because that introduction might not have made it clear what with terms like beloved.
Uh-huh.
But that they were talking about Navi.
Oh, I thought they were talking about Epona, based on this picture right here.
No, the journey is already underway, and Link is looking for Navi.
No, he's not.
He absolutely is. That's why there was a little tingle. I know that you could hear it because
Okay.
you have headphones.
I would like to say that Navi is not that annoying if you just ignore it.
Right.
Like a good friend.
You had the luxury of playing Ocarina of Time as an adult,
Yes.
and your ability to ignore is much improved.
Yes.
So that's Epona, which is
Yeah.
interesting in and of itself. I'm very nervous. I'm going to start by saying that Majora's Mask is a very unique entry in a very long-running series. Here, do you want to do Skull Kid? Link doesn't talk.
What is
so
Skull Kid supposed to sound like? Is he mischievous?
He's a little
Is he angry?
mischievous.
Is he happy?
Because of his personality, let me break out my new kid voice. You two fairies did great. I wonder if he has anything good on him. This guy. Well, that shouldn't be a problem. Skull Kid was actually in Ocarina of Time. Do you recall him? He was in Kokiri Forest, but he was not like a major character. It's okay if you don't.
Yeah.
So he knows Link.
He just pickpocketed my magical shit!
Yeah. Okay, so I think that the pink text, is tail. So, ooh, what a pretty ocarina. Hey, Skull Kid, let me touch it. I want to see. You can be Tattle.
You can't, Tail. What would we do if you dropped it and broke it? No way, you can't touch it.
Hold on, she needs to be a little more sassy. She's a sassy fairy.
What would we do if you dropped it and broke it? No way, you can't touch it.
Yeah. But sis, why can't I try it out too? And so this is the first time I think a Zelda game ever made me laugh.
Yeah.
Look at that face.
Yeah. Like, dude.
What? Ancient royal artifacts? Where?
Oh no, don't take my horse. That's my horse.
Imagine playing this coming straight off Ocarina of Time, which you can imagine because you actually just beat Ocarina of Time on the 3DS a couple of weeks ago. Imagine that, but being like 9 years old. This was a really... I don't know how to describe it. It was sort of an intimidating intro after playing Ocarina of Time. Because you remember fighting Ganon, traveling through time, having, 15, 18, 20 heart containers, an inventory full of tools and equipment.
I assume to follow him, but where's the sword button? Why does the blue attack thing keep flipping?
It's because it's context sensitive. Just like it was in Ocarina of Time.
All right, and what button is the attack button?
I told you I set the control. We're playing this on the Wii U Virtual Console, and I set it up to mirror the N64 controller.
Oh, I see.
So that's why I did it that way. It's these two buttons are the B button, which is the green button. And then on the Pro controller, A and B both function as the N64 A button, which is the blue one.
Oh, I see.
Okay.
Yeah, this is making sense. And then the little arrows are over here on the other side, on the D-pad.
No, they are the C stick. Or, I'm sorry.
Oh, well, I know what a
the
C stick
right
is.
stick,
yeah,
yeah.
okay. All right. I think that I can hack it.
So this is one of my favorite parts of the whole game right here. Put your sword away, because I think it works better if your sword is away. And now do your jumps as normal, but watch the animations. So he does a normal jump, and then yeah. See, he immediately has like all of these different acrobatic flips, and it feels great, right?
It feels like you've been through something.
Link, you expect such competency after Ocarina of Time, and then it's just... failure feels like too strong of a word. Mishap. It's mishap after mishap after mishap throughout this introduction.
A series of unfortunate events.
Yes.
Where there's just like these... There are really competent characters that just keep getting in bad situations.
Is that controller vibrating?
Yeah, it is a little...
Okay, then it can't be on the table after all.
Okay. Well, he can levitate. That's interesting.
Oh, yeah. What's with that stupid horse of yours? It doesn't listen to a word that's said to it. There's no point in riding a thing like that, so I did you a favor and got rid of it. Ah, boo-hoo. Why the sad face?
'Cause it's my fucking horse, ya ass.
I just thought I'd have a little fun with you. Oh, come on. Come now. Come now. Do you really think me... thanks.
That's creepy. I don't like that. I don't like that. I have to say, we
Yeah.
have headphones jacked into the
The gamepad.
gamepad so that I can actually listen to the music, which is like a really big deal.
Because we have never thought of that before.
And I'm getting... You know that spot in the back of your neck that tingles when creepy shit is coming up behind you?
Yeah.
That is what is happening to me because of all of the crinkly and terrifying noise. It sounds like dead bones chattering.
This is a very interesting, sort of hex, I guess?
Yeah.
Some sort of, like, fear curse that Skull Kid has placed on Link. Because you'll remember from Ocarina of Time that he was a child of the forest, right? Mm-hmm. And I imagine that... Stop it! Why are you doing that? I was going to read that.
Oh.
The Deku Tree. I imagine that, like, all of the kids of the forest were, like, told horror stories about Deku Scrubs.
Yeah.
Sis! Oh.
Whoa, Skull Kid, wait for me, I'm still here. Tail, you can't leave without me.
Pathetic fairy engagements, that's fine.
You. If I wasn't dealing with you, I wouldn't have gotten separated from my brother. Well, don't just sit there, Deku boy. Do something. Why are you looking at me like that? What, is there something stuck on my face? Will you stop staring and just open that door for me? Please, come on. A helpless little girl is asking you, so hurry up. Oh, Tail. I wonder if that child will be all right on his own.
You know, I always imagine them as twins.
Mm-hmm.
But do you think that she's just sort of... Do you think she got, like, most of the confidence between them and they are actually, like, the same age? Or do you think that...
I think that if she's sassy, they probably are twins. And she's, like, the one that's, like, 5 seconds older or something like that. I am so sad that I can't cut that grass right now.
You can. You didn't press the buttons on the controller to perform on-screen actions.
Oh, I pressed the button where my sword was. And it wasn't. Oh, that's so much better. Ah. Okay, I think I'll be okay. Weird tunnel face.
It's very interesting that...
He looks so sad.
It's very interesting that Link's most grave fear may be the humble Deku scrub.
Hey, wait for me. Don't leave me behind. So, that stuff back there, I, apologize. So, take me with you. You want to know about that skull kid who just ran off, right? Well, I just happen to have an idea of where he might be going. Take me with you and I'll help you. Deal? Please? Good, so then it's settled. Now then, I'll be your partner, or at least until we catch that skull kid. My name's Tattle. So, it's nice to meet you, or whatever. Now that we've got all that straightened out, can we stop messing around and get moving? You're the one who's talking. Like, she's seriously the one.
Yeah, and...
Do I have to read all of this?
No, this is tutorial time
Okay.
now. Up, any of the C buttons, that's all just mapped to the right stick.
Okay, so those arrows are directions on what would usually be a C stick.
Yeah. Hey, man. Respect the fourth wall, please. Ooh.
Right away.
True. This is important information. This is a core technique for your Deku Scrub form, so you should pay attention to it. Now, go ahead and do as she's saying here, but then don't do much afterwards, because this is... Yes, you did get that. Yes. Oh, good. Yeah. There are some nuances that go unexplained here.
Mm-hmm.
So go ahead and hold the blue button there. And then when you release it, you'll fly into the air. What did you do? Yeah, don't do anything.
Okay.
So you'll notice that you're going down very, very slowly.
Yeah.
There's a mechanic that you have to get a feel for. Face the other direction, and then dive. Just pan the camera around. I'm sorry, that's the important thing.
There it is.
The camera direction is where you launch out of. That's the direction Link will be facing when he launches. If you were to launch right now, and hold forward,
Yeah.
you'll start to glide over to that distant platform. You'll notice that your little propeller pedals, they will begin to slow and the sound will change as you run out of steam. The important thing to notice that is not immediately clear, if you just hover, you'll slowly descend, but it doesn't reduce that, like, invisible meter of pedal power. So you can float for a really long time if you don't move.
But when I'm
so
moving...
don't press down here. Just keep going backwards and forwards until he falls automatically.
Sounds like a lawnmower running out of gas.
So see,
I mean,
you didn't even run out of oomph there, but you saw how like the pedals were slow and they lost their little sparkle effect.
Yeah, and it makes a weird little rhythm.
After it is completely exhausted, they wilt and you just drop.
Oh, that's bad.
Yeah. Now, we are playing the Virtual Console edition of the N64 game. So we don't have one of the advantages of the 3DS release, where they replaced the little shadow that Deku Link has below him with a much more obvious, like, glowing emblem. So you've got to...
really judge whether I'm hovering over a platform or not before I hit drop.
Right, and you have to look out for that shadow. So turn to the left. Try to land on that next flower.
Okay.
And I do want you to practice this now because of the nature of the game. Oh, see, that was death. Do it again.
Really?
Well, no, I mean, you know.
As I'm traversing the dungeon.
Yeah, just make up little goals and try to do them. That one's like a really easy one though. If you can manage to go from one flower and land on the next one. Mm-hmm. Like it's practical practice. Now that one that was like a max height jump, and you can't. Like there was no way to go all the way to the next flower.
Okay.
Okay.
Cool.
So one of the things that I really like about Majora's Mask is it has a lot of context sensitivity. Mm-hmm. You'll notice that whenever you jump into the air now, mapped to the green button, there will be Deku Nuts. And if you tap the B button, not that you should right now, you do drop a little Deku Bomb, which operates a little differently than it would have in Ocarina of Time. This game is filled with stuff like that. Mm-hmm. And it does it without adding too many like HUD elements or anything. It's almost all conveyed just through little elements of design. And hold right here for a second, because I think after this point, like the game really gets underway. So I just want to say that I'm very nervous about this because I don't want to color your judgment. So I will only say that Majora's Mask is a very different Zelda game. And there's an important reason why I recommended it to you after you had already played 3 of them.
I'm ready. I'm ready to get this show on the road.
Are you ready? Can I put you in, Chief?
Yeah. I feel ready. That probably means I'm not, but that's okay.